know you've been investing in the network. How much strain, though, has that additional usage put on your network?
Basically nothing. I mean, the network is so good and so reliable. Remember, in the beginning of the pandemic, the first week, we increased our CAPEX in 2020 because we didn't know what's going to happen. But even though all traffic moved out and there was different type of traffic, the network held up very, very well. So we haven't had any challenges on that at all. So we always have a lot of headroom in the network, and we have even more headroom right now with all the spectrum we have.
Yeah, let's talk about that spectrum purchase too, though. You were the biggest spender in the last C-band spectrum auction that came up, $53 billion by Verizon. Overall, that spectrum auction brought in about $80 billion. Last summer, when people were talking about that auction, they thought it would only bring in $20 to $30 billion. So what happened? What made this spectrum become so much more valuable over that time, and what convinced you to spend that amount of money on it?
So first of all, we expected this to be very competitive. This is the largest chunk of spectrum that has been auctioned ever in the United States. And it's also a mid-band, a certain spectrum that is the roaming for 5G worldwide, and is very efficient both for capacity and speed. So that's why it's a high value. And for us, this is a spectrum for generations. This is more spectrum that we have had since we started Verizon that we acquired in this moment. So it's, of course, unheard of that so much spectrum is coming out. For us, this is just paving the way for the strategy that we've already laid out. We can accelerate our business cases for 5G, and we can amplify them because we can reach even more. So for us, this is a great moment, and we were very happy with the outcome.
Hans, there's another one of these 5G spectrum auctions coming up just in 7 months' time. Do you think the demand for that spectrum is going to be as great as this past auction?
So we're just getting the material out for that auction. I would say it's not comparable to the C-band. It's a little bit different output powers, and it's not the very used band in the world, and there's some restriction on it. So a little bit different, but as any auction, we will look into it if it fits into our portfolio. But I can say that we're really, really happy and satisfied with the position we have right now with the millimeter wave that we have acquired, where we are leading the charge in the 5G market, and now with the C-band.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.